Nithyanandam, a warm welcome to all the viewers who are joining with us now for the Nithyananda Yoga, where we will be practicing the asanas and sequences from the Prathama Vinyasa Krama and Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. Before we begin the yoga today, let us start by invoking the presence of Swamiji with the Sadguru Vandanam.
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tadvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Let us now chant the Guru Parampara Vandanam. Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Madhyamam Nithyananda Pariyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Now we will start the yoga with a ritualistic cleansing.
Before we go into the ritualistic cleansing, let us chant the Mula mantra internally 11 times.
Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha. 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 Now, let us enter into the ritualistic cleansing. In this process, you're literally invoking Paramashiva in the different tips of your body along with each of the mantras. So let us start by taking 1 spoon or water of from your Panchapatram into your right hand. And when we chant the mantra, at the end of the mantra, please take a sip of the water from the base of your palm. Om Atmatattvam Shodayami Svadha. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodayami Svadha. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodayami Svadha. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Now, with the base of the thumb, wipe the lower and upper ribs. Wash your hands. Touch the lower and upper lips with the index, middle, and ring fingers together and wash your hands. And then with the tip of the thumb and index finger joined together, touch both the nostrils, right and then left. With the tip of the thumb and ringing finger joined together, touch the eyes, right and then left eye. With the tip of the ring finger and thumb joined together, touch the ears, right and then left ear. And then wash your hands. And then touch your navel with the little finger and thumb joined together, and then the right chest and left chest, and wash your hands. With all the tips of your fingers together, touch the crown of your head, both the right shoulders and then left shoulder. Now we will be entering into the conscious declaration, the sankalpa, which is literally sowing the seed for change. Take a few minutes now to visualize clearly exactly what you want to manifest in your life. Whatever it might be, whatever physique you might want to have, the strength that you want to have, the flexibility that you want to have, Everything is possible. If you just keep this one deep, powerful seed, it will manifest through this yoga. Deeply visualize with every single ounce of awareness that is available to you. Sincerely bring the sankalpa or the conscious will to manifest your reality, as we will now begin the sankalpa mantra. Om Mamopata Samasta Duritakshayadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartam Cha Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Pararthe Shri Shveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvatamanvantare Ashtavimshatitame नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ठः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभकृतनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने श्रीलक्ष्मीवेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषणविशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वराभिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञानविश्रुत सकलनिगमागमसारभूत द्राविडवेदप्रवर्त्र श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचित्रश्रयान् गीयमानचित्रचामर श्रीचिन्नकाहलादि समस्तविरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्गसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाभयागवर्गवर्ष विश्रानजीमूत परमतकलभकेसरि शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्तकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु भीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्चेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्तृ सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ तिनवदुत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमंगल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरचित कैलास परम्परागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्र साक्षात् श्री परमशिव भूत सपरंपरागत वैवस्वतमनीक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि सांप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूढ़ाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुणपुरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्त्रतमष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान श्रीलास परंपरागत गादिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप Shrotriya Brahmanishta Srimad Jagadguru Srila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Nidhyana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swaminam Prityartam Desham Padaravindayoho Bhakti Siddhyartam Guru Kripa Kataksha Siddhyartam Kshema Steirya Virya Vijaya Ayurarogya Aishwaryanam Abhivridyartam Dharmartha Kama Moksha Chaturvida Balapurushartha Siddhyartam Dhamasustidurtopashantyartam Samastamangalavapyartam Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Kripakatakshena Purana Arogya Yukta Dridagatra Yogika Sarira Siddhyartam Paramashiva Shakti Avishkaranartam Shri Nithyananda Yoga Abhyasam Karishye. Now, taking one more spoon of water in your hands and washing your hands. Keep the Panchabatram aside at a safe distance so that you will not have any water spills during the yoga practice. Now, we will be ready to enter into the ritual of yoga.
Nithyananda, welcome back to Nithyananda Yoga, the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama Yoga. So before we enter into Nithyananda Yoga, let us warm up. So come to a standing position and start by rotating your ankle clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. Now let's rotate the other ankle in the clockwise direction. Now anti-clockwise direction. Yes. Now place your palms on your feet, on your knees, and rotate your knees slowly. Opposite direction. Now let's rotate your hips. Place your feet slightly apart. Let's rotate in the opposite direction. Okay, now let's rotate your wrists. Clockwise direction. And anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so now push your ankle towards your wrists towards your back and face your fingers downwards and push them towards you. Do the same for the opposite hand. Okay, so now place your arms on your shoulders and rotate your shoulders. Opposite direction. Okay, so now let us enter into the skeleton dance. So, in the skeleton dance, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a skeleton and you're going to be shaking your body very intensely. Okay, so you're just a pure skeleton, no, just bones, no flesh. So, let's start.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟಲೇ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಜಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟಲೇ ರೂಪ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಜಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟಲೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟಲೇ 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 ನಂದೀಶ್ವರ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಂದಾತ್ಮಜ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಾಗಾಭರಣ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಾದಸ್ವರೂಪ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಂದೀಶ್ವರ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಾದಾತ್ಮಜ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಾಗಾಭರಣ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಾದಸ್ವರೂಪ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಜಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟಲೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟಲೇ 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 ನಟವರ ಲಾಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರಿಧರ ಬಾಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಕಲಿಯುಗ ದೇವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸದ್ಗುರುನಾಥ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಟವರ ಲಾಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರಿಧರ ಬಾಲ
Now, slowly walk forward and back of your yoga mat. Now come to a sitting position. Come to a sitting position. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. And now we're going to be entering into the Nithyananda Yoga, and the first asana for today is the Uddara Asana. So in Udara Asana, sit on the floor and sit with the soles of your feet together. So you're going to be sitting with the soles of your feet together, and you're going to be lifting your legs up, and you're going to be placing your arms in between the gap between your thigh and your leg, and you're going to be interlacing your fingers. Okay, so try to bring your leg as close to you as possible to your chin. So if you're able to bring your leg to your chin as close as possible. Okay, so in this asana we're going to be performing the pranayama, the Rechaka Kumbhaka. So in the Rechaka Kumbhaka, you're going to be breathing in deeply, hold your breath, and then exhale as slowly as you can. So that is Rechaka Kumbhaka. And you're going to be engaging the Mula Bandha, which is locking your perineal center. And while you're doing this asana, you're going to be chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham internally. And visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Look at the tip, gaze at the tip of your nose, as well as gaze internally. Okay, so let's try this asana, all of you.
Udarasana. दो ऊपगतली संपुटताने उभय हस्त करूरदही ताने अंगुष्ठ दो समधहरावे चिबक नीचे तही लगावे.
Yes. Now the next asana we are going to be entering into is Vishishta Asana. So in Vishishta Asana, you're going to be sitting in the same position with the soles of your feet together and your arms under your legs. And here you're going to be raising your legs to your face. So your legs, your feet should be in front of your face and your fingers interlocking. And your palms should be over your forehead. So again, in this asana, you're going to be continuing with the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Breathe in deeply, hold your breath, and breathe out slowly. The bandha here is Mula Bandha, and locking your perineal center. And continue chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Visualize Swamiji and gaze forward as well as gaze internally. Okay, let's try this asana, all of you.
विशिष्टासना. दो ऊपगतली जोड़ी संपुट करे हाथ दो उपागा बीची अनि आनी तले करी भारे ल्याय कहून्य माहिली संधिरा से.
Yes. So try the asanas as much as you're able to. Try the asanas. Now the next asana we are entering into is the Bhujasana. So in Bhujasana, you're going to be lifting both your legs over top of your respective shoulders. So both your legs should come onto your shoulders, and you're going to be wrapping your arms. So your leg, both of them should be on your shoulders. I'll show you with one leg, and both your arm should be under your leg and wrapping your leg, and try to touch your neck. Okay, so your fingers should be interlacing around the back of your neck. So continue with the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Breathe in deeply, hold your breath, and exhale as slowly as you can. Continue to engage the Mula Bandha, locking your perineal center, and continue chanting the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space internally.
Bhujasana.
And here you're going to be visualizing yourself as a cobra. Gaze forward as well as gaze internally. So let's enter now into this asana. All of you try this asana as much as you're able to.
Bhujasana. Shirasanam tu vigneyam kakshasanatam param grivasanam cha paramam bhujasanam mihochate.
Yes. So any questions you are having, please put a comment here on the chat and we'll answer your questions. If you need more help into entering into the asana, we'll give you more tips where you can, it will be easier for you to enter into the asana. But all of you, please try as much as you're able to. Okay, so now the next asana is Kalyanasana. So in Kalyanasana, the asana is, the position is very similar. So you're going to be maintaining the posture, raising your legs up and onto your shoulders. Here you're going to be bringing your elbows under your knees. So you're going to be bringing your elbows under your knees and you're going to be wrapping your arms around the back. Okay, so instead of placing your arms on your neck, interlacing them behind your neck, you're going to be wrapping your arms around the back, and the palms, your palms should be touching your back. Okay, so we'll do this with both the hands, and here continue with the Kumbhaka, the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Breathe in deeply, hold your breath and breathe out as slowly as you can. Continue the Mula Bandha and locking your perineal center. Chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. And you're going to be visualizing yourself as a beautiful, auspicious goddess. Gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze internally. Okay, let's try this asana, all of you. I see some of you are commenting. Makfer and San Kudu, please, all of you try this asana. Thank you so much for joining.
Kalyanasana. Do hata pagam vichiyane tinako goda iniche tane bahuri pakhatya bahari lyave punaha yugati ase taharave.
Yes. Now the next asana. The next asana is Sankatasana. So in this asana, we are going to be having a new pranayama. Sankatasana, we'll be having a new pranayama here, the Ujjayi pranayama, and the position also is going to be slightly different. So let's start. Let me start with showing you how to enter into Sankatasana. So in Sankatasana, with your right knee should be on the mat, and you're going to be placing the right foot flat on the floor, and you're going to be placing the perineum on the raised knee, on the raised heel. Okay, so now you're going to be raising the left leg over top of the right leg like this. Okay, so place the left leg over top of the right leg and bring the left heel to the right hip. Okay, try to bring your left leg to your left heel to the right hip. And you're going to be placing your hands on the opposite knees. So here you're not, in this asana, you're not necessarily placing the knees on top of each other. Okay, your left heel should be on under your hip, and the left leg should be you should place it overlapping on the other side of the right leg, and place your palm onto the opposite knees. And in this asana, we are going to be performing the Ujjayi pranayama. So in this pranayama, lock in your abdomen. So constrict your abdomen and breathe in through the nose and internally producing the sound of the ocean. Okay? So when you're going to be constricting your abdomen, your stomach, and you're going to be breathing in, internally produce the sound of the ocean, of waves. And then you're going to be exhaling through your nose. Here the bandha is Mula Bandha, locking your perineal center, and the mantra is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Visualize Swamiji removing all the obstacles, all the crises in your life. This is the asana. That is why it's called Sankatasana, removing all the obstacles, all the crises in your life. So visualize Swamiji doing that for you. Gaze forward. Okay, so all of you let's enter into this asana.
Shankatasana. Vamapadam chitirmolam sanyasadarannitale padadandena yam yena veshtayedva mapadakam.
Yes. Now the next asana is Dhenukasana. In Dhenukasana, continue to remain in the same position from Sankatasana. So now you're going to be sliding the left heel to the left hip. Okay, so slide the left heel to the left hip. So bring it more inwards, And you're going to be keeping your right knee on top of the left knee. Okay? And place both hands on the right thigh. You're going to be placing both legs on your thigh. So I place both hands on your thigh. And the pranayama here is still the Ujjayi pranayama. So constrict your abdomen, your stomach, and breathe in deeply, producing the sound of an ocean in your inner space. And then exhale through your nose. Here the bandha is the Uddiyana bandha. Lock in your perineal center and suck your stomach in and up. Continue chanting the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And visualize a cow in your inner space. Gaze forward.
Dhenukasana. Anusagi nagara pamchadham vrishim lidagalyamni daya dyagali vamka pagalu nidhayukudu.
Yes, now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Makandrasana. So in this asana, you're going to be placing your right foot. Place your right foot on your left thigh. Okay? All of you, please place your right foot on your left thigh and place the left foot on the right knee. Okay? And now bring the left hand behind the back and hold onto the right thigh like this. And you're going to be twisting the body and gazing at your third eye. Okay, so you can place the other arm, the right arm, the right hand, you can place it on the left knee. So you're going to be twisting your body to the left and continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. So breathe in deeply, lock in your stomach, breathe in, producing the sound of an ocean, of the ocean internally, and engage the Mula Bandha. Lock in your perineal center. Continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. And visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and gaze at your third eye. So let's all enter into this asana.
Machandrasana. वामजङ्गघपरिदचिक्ताने वामहस्तपिष्टिदिश्याने बहुरो दक्षिणपादा है जो ई ताकी नलिजू पकारे सो ई.
Okay. Now let's enter into the next asana. The next asana is Makandrasana 2. So continue to remain in the same position. So from Makandrasana, you're going to now untwist your body and hold onto your respective big toes. Okay, hold onto your respective big toes. So ensure that your left heel is still on top of your right knee and your right heel is on top of your left thigh. So now you're going to be holding onto your big toes and you're going to be leaning forward. Lean forward with your forehead touching the ground, and your chest should be touching the knees. Okay, your chest should be touching your knees and your forehead should be touching the ground. So you should be holding your big toes. So hold your toes. Okay, so here continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi pranayama. Constrict your stomach and breathe in as deeply as you're able to and produce the sound of an ocean internally. Engage the Mula Bandha, lock in your perineal center and continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And you're going to be visualizing Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and gaze forward. So let's all try this asana.
Machendrasana 2. प्रथम जीमनो चरण जूजोई वाम जंग परि राखे सोई ताकि एडी कड़ी शो लावे बहुरी जुगति यह और करावे.
Great. So now the next asana is Guru Asana. So maintain the feet in the same position. Ensure that your left heel is on top of your right knee. So make sure that your left heel is on top of your right knee. Okay, and your right heel should be on top of your left thigh. So make sure that this is on top of here. Okay, yes, and this heel, the left heel should be on top of your right knee. Yes. So now you're going to be interlacing your fingers and placing them on top of the knee, on top of the raised knee. So you're going to be placing them on top of your left knee. Continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi pranayama, and just make sure that you're continuing to keep your back straight. Don't bend. Keep your back straight. Okay? Continue with the Ujjayi pranayama. So constrict your stomach and breathe in as deeply as you can, producing the sound of the ocean. And here we are going to be engaging all the three bandhas. We are going to be engaging the Mula Bandha, lock in your perineal center and suck your stomach in and up and lock your chin to your chest. Continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
Guru Asana. Urumule itara padasya kanishtika pradesha ghulpam संस्थाप्य तदेव जानु इतिरपादा पर्ष्णि संस्थाप्य तिष्ठेत हस्तो समिलयेद गुरु आसनं भवति.
Okay, good. So now the next asana is Sankatasana on the other side. So you're going to be with your right knee on the mat. Place the right foot flat, okay, and place your perineal center on the raised heel. So you're going to be bringing your right heel on the mat and the other leg, place the left leg over the top of the right leg. Okay, and bring your palms on the respective knees. Continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi pranayama. Constrict your stomach and breathe in deeply. And breathe in deeply and produce the sound of the ocean, and breathe out through your nose. Here, engage the Mula Bandha. Lock in your perineal center. Continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize Swamiji removing all the obstacles, all the crises in your life. Gaze forward.
Shankatasana. वामपादं चितिर्मूलं संन्यासधरिणीतले पाददण्डेन याम्येन वेष्टद्वामपादकं जानुयुग्मं करयुग्ममेतत् शङ्कटासनम्.
Okay. So now let's enter into the next asana. The next asana is Dhenukasana on the other side. So from Sankatasana, slide the right heel towards your hip. So you're going to be sliding your right heel towards your hip. I'm going to change the legs actually. And you're going to be keeping the other knee on top of the lower knee. Okay? And you're going to be placing both hands onto your thigh. Yes. Here continue with the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Constrict your stomach. Breathe in deeply, producing the sound of a wave of the ocean internally. And here engage the Udhyana Bandha. You're going to be locking your perineal center and you're going to be sucking your stomach in and up. And chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham internally. Visualize a cow in your inner space and gaze forward.
Dhenukasana. अनुसागी नगर पंचदम विशंद गल्यम नि दायाद्या गालिवाम का पगलू नि दायकदू.
Okay, very good. So all the viewers, thank you for joining. But please ensure that you're also doing the yoga along with us. Try to do it as much as you're able to. Thank you, Kavita Balaji, for joining. Okay, so now let's enter into the next asana. The next asana is Makandrasana on the other side. So you're going to be placing the right foot onto the left thigh, and you're going to be placing the left foot on the right knee. So it's not Padmasana, even though your legs are interlocking, but it is not Padmasana. The difference is the right foot, the right heel should be on your thigh, and the left heel should be on top of your knee. Okay, so the right, this should be here, the left, the right heel should be on the thigh, and this foot, the left heel should be on top of your knee. Okay, so now you're going to be bringing the left hand. You're going to be bringing the left hand behind your back and hold onto your right thigh. Yes, so you're going to be holding onto your right thigh and place the right hand on the left, on the knee of your left leg. Okay, and you're going to be twisting your body, and here you twist your body to the left and continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. So constrict your stomach and breathe in as much as you're able to, producing the sound of an ocean internally. Lock in your perineal center. This is the Mula Bandha. Continue chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham and visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and gaze at your third eye.
Machendrasana. वामजंगकपरिदचिताने वामहस्तपिष्टिदिश्याने बहुरोदचनपादा है जो ताकी नलिजूपकारे सोई.
Okay, great. Now let us enter into the next asana. Next asana is Makendrasana 2. So continue to remain in the same position as Makendrasana. Untwist your body and hold on to your respective big toes. So don't hold on to your entire foot. Hold on to the big toes only. Okay, so with your fingers, hold on to your big toes. Yes. And lean your forehead so that it is touching the ground. Your forehead should be touching the ground, like here. And your chest should be touching your knees. Continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi pranayama. Constrict your stomach. Breathe in, producing the sound of an ocean internally. And exhale through your nose. Engage the Mula Bandha, locking your perineal center. And chant the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space internally, and visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So let's all enter into this asana.
Machendrasana 2. प्रथम जीमनो चरण जूजोई वाम जंगग परि राखे सोई ताकि एड़ी करिशोलावे पर बहुरी जगति यह कोर करावे.
So when you're doing this asana, try to bend forward as much as you're able to, but bend from your lower back. So when you're bending from your lower back, you're going to be avoiding bending your upper back also. So your back will be in a straight line. It will be straight, but you're bending forward. So bend forward from your lower back. So in this way, you will be able to touch your forehead to the ground. Okay. So now the next asana is Guru Asana. So remain in the same position. Maintain your feet in the same position. And now you're going to be interlacing your fingers and place them on top of your knee. Okay. And this is the Vaishnavi Mudra. So continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi pranayama. Breathe in, constrict your stomach and produce the sound of an ocean internally. Engage all the, so place your hands here and engage all the three bandhas. You're going to be engaging the Mula Bandha, lock in your perineal center. Suck your stomach in and up, and lock your chin to your chest. Continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, in your inner space, and gaze forward. So let's all enter into Guru Asana.
Guru Asana. Urumule terapadasya kanishtika pradeshe gulpam samstapya tadeva janu.
Yes. Now the next asana is Pashvasana. So in Pashvasana, sit with your feet flat on the ground. Okay? Sit with your feet flat on the ground and your knees against your chest. So the knees should be against your chest and hold on to the opposite knees. So make sure you're holding on to the opposite knees. Your thighs should be together. Okay, your spine should be straight. So make sure your spine is straight and your thigh together. And your tongue should be pressing against the top of the mouth here. Okay, so continue with the Ujjayi pranayama and engage the Mula Bandha. Lock in your perineal center. Continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and gaze at your third eye. So make sure you're sitting in a straight line. Don't bend your head forward. Make sure it is up straight. Okay. All right. So gaze at your third eye.
Pashvasana. Padatale bhumanidaya januni urasi nidaya viparita hastabhyam uru sahita jange nibadya tishtet pashasanam bhavati.
Yes. Now let's enter into the next asana. The next asana is Bodha Sukhasana. So in Bodha Sukhasana, from a seated position, place your feet flat on the mat and wrap your arms around your leg and hold onto the opposite wrists. Okay, you're going to be holding onto the opposite wrists and place your chin onto the knees. You're going to be placing your chin onto the knees. Okay. Okay, so place your feet flat on the mat. Wrap your arms around your leg and hold onto the opposite wrists and place your chin onto the knees. Okay, and gaze at the tip of your nose. Continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi pranayama, and here lock in your perineal center. That is the Mula Bandha. The mantra here is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Okay. So let's enter into this pranayama, into this asana. Okay. Now the next asana is Purakatasana. So in this asana, in Puratakasana, so from a seated position, place your feet flat on the mat and place your arms under your knees. So place your arms under your knees and hold onto the opposite elbows. Okay? So it's going to be like this. Place your arms under the knees and hold onto the opposite elbows. And continue with the Ujjaini Pranayama and lock in your Mula, lock the perineal center, that is the Mula Bandha, and chant the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham and visualize Swamiji and gaze at the tip of your nose. Okay?
Kurakatasana. Kurakatasana दो हाथ पग बहारे ल्यावे गोड़ा नीचे ले तहरावे आम हम साम हम ऐसे करे आप पासा मेम कोहनी पकरे.
Okay. Great. So now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Sumati Asana. In Sumati Asana, so maintain the same position. So continue to hold your arms under your beneath your knees and bring the right toe over the left so that the heels are crossing. So it's a very subtle position, subtle gesture. So place your right toe over your left. Yes. Yeah, so make sure the right toe is over the left. Okay. And continue with the Ujjayi Pranayama and engage the Mula Bandha. So lock in your perineal center. Keep your back straight. Don't bend. Keep your back straight. And here you are going to be visualizing the great sage and Maharishi Sumati. Gaze at the tip of your nose.
Sumati asana. मूलद्वारि धरति परिताने दावा पग परिदच पदयाने देप भाखटी को ले आवे हाथ एक अंतरित हरावे.
Okay. Now let's enter into the next asana. The next asana is Dandasana. In Dandasana, extend your feet out straight. Okay. So I'll show you. So extend your feet out straight and your arms should be raising up straight above your head. So interlace your fingers and your wrists should be pointing outwards So make sure your wrist is pointing outwards. And here, continue with the pranayama, the Ujjayi pranayama. Here we are going to be engaging all the three bandhas, the Mahamudra bandha. So lock in your perineal center, suck your stomach in and up, and bring your chin to your chest. Okay? And visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavad Nithyananda Paramashivam, and gaze at the tip of your nose.
Dandasana. Idanim garbhanim yogaabhyaso yata laguhu sukha prashavya labhaya prochaye praktane patihi.
Yes. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Arambhasana, Arambha asana. So continue to remain in the same position. And here you are going to be holding on to your big toes with your index and middle finger. This is the prana mudra. So with the index and middle finger, you are going to be holding on to your big toes and bring your chest forward and down, and the head should be touching the knees. Make sure when you're doing this asana that your legs are straight, they are not bent. As much as possible, keep your legs straight and keep your back straight as well. So try to bend forward from your lower back. Okay? So here we have a new pranayama, which is the Nadi pranayama. So here you're going to be inhaling through your left nostril and exhaling through your right nostril. Okay, so inhale through your left nostril. You don't need to press your nose. So consciously inhale through your left nostril and consciously exhale through your right nostril without pressing the nostril. All right. Here engage the Mula Bandha, lock in your perineal center and chant the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and gaze forward. So let's all enter into this asana.
Arambhamasana. Do pagamila pasari pagaka aguta pakadi lilata goda lagave sarira samasarira asana ko guna ar arabaki bhidi utara sanamushabhasi arambha kare.
Okay. Now the next asana we are entering into is Bhidokasana. In Bhidokasana, remain seated in the same position with your legs straight. And now here you're going to be extending your knees slightly up. So extend your knees slightly up. So there should be about 1 hand distance between the knees. So don't bring your knees together. So extend your legs forward. Extend your legs forward. Raise your knees slightly up. Slightly. Don't separate your knees. Make sure they are straight. But there should be an arm, a hand's distance in between your knees. Okay? So now bring your shoulders down and wrap your hand around your legs. Here. And hold onto the sole of your feet. hold on to the sole of your feet. Here you're going to be gazing at your third eye and try to come down as much as you're able to. Try to come down. Here we're going to be maintaining the Ujjayi Pranayama. Continue with the Ujjayi Pranayama and engage the Mula Bandha. So lock in your perineal center. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. So let's all try this asana.
भिधोकासना प्रथम बैसे धो भाव पसारे कचुक ऊर्धा को करोड़ धरे एद्यामद्यंटरो राके मुद्रा हाथ परमानंद सुधाजे.
Okay, now come up. The next asana is Jalandhari Bhava Asana. So in Jalandhari Bhava Asana, you're going to be bringing your heels together. So bring your heels together. Yes. And place your chin and mouth and nose onto your heels. So you should be placing your chin, your mouth and your nose onto your heel. And the hands, insert your hands below the legs. Okay? Keep the elbows under your heel, under your knees. And now you're going to be placing your palms facing upwards. All right. So place them on the ground. And here you're going to be continuing with the Ujjayi Pranayama. Engage the Mula Bandha. Lock in your perineal center. And continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space and gaze at the tip of your nose. Alright, so let's enter into this asana.
Jalandhari Pavasana. Jalandhari Pavasana. Do edi maila kai dije hath pasari puni chibuka mukha sanika tadhigabu paridhari.
Okay, good. And now the next asana is Urdhva Pachim Matasana. So in this asana, sit and extend your legs out. Okay? And bring and lift one foot behind your neck. So you're going to try to bring one foot behind your neck. Okay? And you're going to be leaning forward. So try to bring it behind your neck if you as much as possible. Instead of the shoulders, the feet should be going behind the neck and lean forward. Okay? So here we are going to be engaging, we're going to be performing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Perform the Pratyahara Kumbhaka and engage the Mula Bandha. Lock in your perineal center and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. And visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Paschimotana vasam stitam krita ekam padam grivayam dhritva tishtet urdhva paschimasanam urdhva paschimottanam bhavati.
Yes. Now the next asana is Anantasana. Yes. So now we are going to be entering into the last asana for today before we go into the Shivasana. So in Anandasana, you are going to be again bringing one foot behind your neck. So bring one foot behind your neck, and you can hold onto your foot onto your foot with your hands. Now you're going to straighten the body, and you're going to be leaning, you're going to be going flat on the floor, and here perform the pratyahara kumbhaka. So focus, concentrate when you're breathing in, concentrate on the prana moving from the Mooladhara chakra to the Brahma Randra. So you're going to be visualizing, concentrating on the prana moving from the base of your spine, from the Mooladhara chakra, going up towards the Sahasrara chakra. Here engage the Moola Bandha. So lock in your perineal center and continue chanting the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space, and here gaze at the tip of your nose. Okay, so let's try, all of us, let's try this asana as much as you're able to. Try it.
उत्तानशयनी एकैकं पायि घ्रिवायं विन्यासायतरे हुस्तेन पावाग्रं गृहीत्वा इतरपावाहुतिष्ठि लिकृत्य तिष्ठत् अन्नन्तासनं भवति.
Okay. Now, let's all enter into Shivasana. So in Shivasana, lie down flat on the mat. Lie down flat on the mat. And just relax your body. Relax your hands, your legs. Relax your shoulders. Relax your head. Just relax your body. Now, slowly move your feet, your toes, move your fingers, bring your knee to your chest and rotate your body. And now come to a sitting position. With this, we come to the end of the Nithyananda Yoga for today. I hope all of you enjoyed it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll join you again tomorrow. So let's now end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam.